Welcome back to episode 124, part 4, The List.
That does not miss.
I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a cod.
Let's start off with the 9 shocking 2017 Royal Rumble returns that could happen. Number 7, Triple H.
Triple H won the 2016 Royal Rumble back in January after he entered at the number 30 spot. By doing so, he also became WWE World Heavyweight Champion for the 14th time. Wait, Triple H won the Royal Rumble in 2016?
The title was on the line, yeah.
Huh?
The title was on the line during the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, because the whole thing was what's-his-face? Roman Reigns. I completely forgot about that. Wow, I was like, what's going on?
Haters gonna hate, yes.
That's true. Going to Lake. Anyway,
Yes.
Triple H went on to take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 32 in the main event, where he ultimately lost the belt. He is now in a storyline with Seth Rollins, even though he's never around. On the second Raw after SummerSlam, Triple H appeared during the Fatal 4-Way for the vacant WWE Universal title. He swerved fans by taking out Seth Rollins, allowing... You forgot to call that back. Allowing Kevin Owens to win the WWE Universal title. This set the wheels in motion. That's another one we just forgot. We were talking about. That's gonna happen.
That is.
Another part-timer! Anyway.
They ain't gonna have no more than 8, 9 matches. So.
I know! What are we going to have, 15 matches? They're going to have to fit everything in. They're going to have to.
Never. Either they did WrestleMania 3 and 4 and a few other ones.
7-hour WrestleMania. Anyway.
Well, we can only get 8 matches in here.
This sets the wheels in motion for a feud and a future match with Seth Rollins. Many fans believe the matches at WrestleMania worthy and will be saved for the event in Orlando.
Yeah, of course.
I totally forgot about it. There will be no titles on the line at WrestleMania. What better way to set the wheels in motion for a match at WrestleMania 33 than Triple H returning to cost Seth Rollins his chance of winning the Royal Rumble this year? Didn't even think about it. Dadgummit. The match has all the potential of a classic. It has a great storyline with the prestige. What am I reading? What am I reading?
What are you reading?
The protege versus the mentor. The pedigree versus the pedigree. It doesn't need a world title involved to be very intriguing, and he has built it very well so far.
Yeah, you kind of going a little quick there.
Right. Every now and then they'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We certainly will see Triple H return at one point to continue the feud, and it might just happen at the Rumble. It does make sense.
It does. I mean, they're not going to get the ball rolling there. So, anything you got to say? Or you just...
Nope.
I believe it may happen. So, or at least he... Well, I guess so, yeah. In the Rumble or around the ringside or showing up coming out of the crowd, he's still at the Royal Rumble, so...
Right, he may just not be in the Royal Rumble match. He may just pull Seth out or something, you know?
Oh, yeah. We go back. Right. That's our book.
Mm-hmm.
And we're dark again.
This will die.
Time for reality story time, folks. Unfinished WWE storylines that remain a mystery. Number 8, Chapter 8. This is a pretty good book here. Who raised the briefcase? Who raised
I don't remember nothing about
briefcase?
that.
I do.
We're about to find out.
Once you start reading, you'll remember.
As the likes of Billy Gunn, Ken Shamrock, and Kane competed for the right to be called King of the Ring. The 1999 pay-per-view saw Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Stone Cold Steve Austin fight for a more valuable prize. A key moment in the era-defining Austin McMahon story that minted Austin as the anti-hero and Vince as the ultimate evil authority figure. The handicap ladder match saw a contract for the controlling stake in WWE sealed in a briefcase, then hung above the ring. Stone Cold, who made his name raging against authority, looked to have the sealed victory by downing both McMahons and scaling the ladder. But the briefcase rose away from Austin's grasp before he could take hold of it. This gave Shane and Vince... I do remember that one. This gave... You just got to talk about it for a minute.
Kick back in, yeah.
This gave Shane and Vince the time they needed to recover and win the match, closing the pay-per-view in dramatic fashion. Who had raised the briefcase and cheated Stone Cold of victory, and why had they done it? The reveal should have been a huge moment in the Austin McMahon feud, but it never came to pass. Whomever did it... What?
Never came to what?
Pass.
Pass.
Because I was about to burp and try to say never come to pass. So the 2 just went away. Yes, sir.
Okay, Bugsy.
Bugsy McGraw!
Whomever
Did it had to be McMahon sponsor.
Of course.
As they allowed them to win the match. It was originally pegged to be Big Boss Man. Do your little noise. Thank you. But these rumors were quickly denied and the issue was never resolved. It seems insane that WWE could let such a huge issue pass without explanation. But that was the Attitude Era for you. Still, the perpetrator's identity has WWE fans scratching their heads to this very day. Or they could have just said they paid off the guy, right? They could have just said, we paid off the guy in charge of...
They did nothing. He said nothing. It should have been. This should have been Austin's next feud.
It should have been. Like a Triple H or somebody.
Somebody could have been, yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's go in the past. It was 1999, so yeah, we've...
Hey, he's bald now.
He's bald. That was a good thing. Angle.
His hair was falling out anyway. His head was not falling out.
But that's the ultimate slap in the face, to tie him up and shave
Of
somebody's head.
course. Of course.
Up next, the PWI 500 Top 10, number 5, Jay Lethal.
400 plus days as Ring of Honor World Champion. 500 plus days as Ring of Honor Television Champion.
Yes, the boy held the belts for a very long time.
Yes.
I mean, you can say who was the champion? It was Jay Lethal, and it was Jay Lethal for a while.
Yeah, he won't get the belt back for a long time, bro.
No. No, he will not. He'll be in WWE for sure. Key wins against AJ Styles, Jay Briscoe, and Michael Elgin.
It's okay. It's an easy mistake.
It is.
Key loss.
Since he comes to NXT, they'll change his name.
That's right. Key losses were Adam Cole, Bay, and NXT superstar Roderick Strong.
Last year was number 17.
Wow!
Does he deserve to be the 5 spot?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think he'll be better or worse next year?
Probably not as high.
No, I think he'll still be in the top 10 unless something happens,
Right.
Major happens. But if not, if he continues wrestling and winning matches, losing matches, he will drop, but I still believe he'll be in the top 10.
But next year, key losses will have Cody Rhodes' name in it.
It will.
Because they had quite a little match there. And then Cody Rhodes turned heel on the Ring of Honor fans.
Yeah.
So.
It's like works for him.
But that's what he's setting up for. He's turning heel because he's going with New Japan with the Bullet Club. So
and Ring of Honor with the Bullet Club,
Exactly. The Bullet Club's heels in Ring of Honor, so that works. But yeah, I think he deserves number 5. I mean, daggum, with 400 plus and 500 plus, I think he deserves higher than 5.
I think he did too, yeah.
I mean, because
he was the face that ran Ring of Honor's place.
I know they always seem to put WWE as number 1, but yes. I mean, I would say he at least deserves to be number 2.
I mean, holding the titles both at the same time. It's not just 400 days this one time. If I know they were held two titles together
yep.
for a very long time. So I mean, yes, he deserves higher. He should be at least 3.
Because that's both of them are over a year. So
yes.
Because 365 is a year.
Yes.
So that's a long time to hold a company on your back.
But coming in number 4 next time on the big year ender,
4 AJ Styles. We really did good. Did good.
That ain't true. We and me work together very much.
Do what?
That shows we work together pretty good.
Yeah. If you people only knew.
Yes.
But you don't. So
don't. Never. Well, let's finish up here.
So sad.
It is so sad.
That is so sad.
I got a fairly smiley picture.
He is. That's his Roddy Piper smile there.
12 terrible wrestling returns that should have been great. We start off with number 12, Roddy Piper, and the year was 2003.
Roddy Piper is one of the greatest heels of all time.
He was.
But his work after the 80s was largely forgettable. He missed out on the WWF's Attitude Era completely as he spent his time battling the elder statesmen of WCW. However, one last run in the WWE in any form could have been a great way to cap off his career. Unfortunately, the Hot Rod crashed. It wasn't until WrestleMania 19, in a match between Vince and Hulk Hogan, did Piper make his triumphant, though incredibly random, return. It wasn't just a one-off either. He soon took on the role of a manager, which I thought was a great idea. I don't know how you felt about it. I thought it was a great idea. And went on to war against his old foe Hogan, who unfortunately and ridiculously became Mr. America, brother.
Brother.
It was awful from every conceivable angle. Yeah. Instead of a They Live type return for Piper, it was more like Hell Comes to Frogtown. His once I've never seen either movie, by the way.
Well, They Live was good, and I haven't watched Hell Comes to Frogtown lately, so...
Lately?
It's on Netflix or Hulu.
Apparently it's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
His once brilliant...
Hell Comes to Frogtown, for goodness sakes. Frogtown!
What state is that in?
The same as The Simpsons. Springfield is...
His once brilliant promos lost their bite. He was out of shape, and to top it off, his managerial work was incredibly unnecessary. Sean O'Hare and Piper were a bad fit as the Devil. Who is the Devil?
Bugsy McGraw?
That's him. That is him. Devil Dia. As the Devil's advocate needed to be on his own to make his gimmick work. Piper's last big match in his 2003 run was an embarrassing effort for everyone involved, as he lost to Mr. America at Judgment Day in something that more closely resembled an indie show against two old-timers and not something that belonged in the biggest wrestling company in the world. The legend did show up a few more times throughout the years, but never came close to recapturing the magic he once had. Yeah, because he came back and did the match with Jericho, 3-on-1, which was rough.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah. Too shortly had a heart attack, that's
Yeah, shortly after.
Yeah. But on a great show WrestleMania, they not heart.
But yeah, I could see where they're saying the Devil's Advocate, which was Sean O'Hare's kind of gimmick at that point,
right,
should have been on his own. He could talk, so there wasn't no point really putting the two of them together.
Now, see, Sean O'Hare and Paul Bearer.
That could have been different, yeah.
Devil's Advocate, James Mitchell.
There you go.
Would have been a really good fit.
But there's other people on that SmackDown roster I think could have benefited from him being a manager, though.
Yes, but him and Sean O'Hare, I could say yes. You had the Devil's Party.
Well, plus Sean O'Hare's gimmick was against Rikishi, and so the only thing they had going was the coconut thing with Snuka.
Yeah.
And he brought that back and beat up Rikishi with it. The thing is, I understand that they're trying to work his history in there, but rehashing the coconut gimmick, trying to get Sean O'Hare over, is not the goal. That's not how you do it.
No.
You don't rehash something old to get somebody new over.
No.
We already know Piper's over. Okay, but that coconut from Piper hitting Rikishi is not going to get Sean O'Hare over as a heel.
No.
It's getting Piper over as a manager. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was lackluster, and I think there's a lot that could have been done differently. And of course, he ended up being released because he went on ESPN. And or HBO. It was HBO. They did a special. That's when he went on HBO, dogging the company and talking all kinds of different stuff. Talking about steroids and all this other kind of stuff too. So yeah, that was really bad for business. So they said bye bye.
Yeah, you're out of here. But next time,
I mean, when he left this world, he was on pretty good terms. Yeah, I know there were some issues with him and Stone Cold right before he passed away, and supposedly him and WWE on the outs because of that, but there's no proven record of it. So, he was doing good for himself. He had his own bubblegum soda and stuff.
I mean,
he has podcasts and everything. So,
but yeah, that year
that return and changing Hogan to Mr. America. Why are you trying to change somebody? And then that's when he left too, because they took the mask off, revealed it was him on a house show, and then they fired him. So stupid. That was a weird time for WWE. Like, they brought back these legends, and then all of a sudden it was like, boom, 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 they're gone. Because they tried to bring back Nash and Hall, and that died really quickly.
Dude, maybe they do it at Legends House. Maybe they can bring Hall and Nash back. And Hogan, Hall, Nash, Hogan, put them in a house with Mean Gene.
Put Virgil in there.
And Virgil, yeah. But next time, Jake the Snake Roberts on his return.
And you know what return that was?
That was terrible.
John 3:16.
That was terrible.
Yes. When he was a Bible thumper. I'm totally not against that, but they kept dogging him on his alcoholism while he was talking about trying to be a Christian. Kind of weird.
Yeah. Who was writing? Probably Vince Russo and Jim Cornette.
Probably. But next time on Top Rope Reality, it is 125.
Our big year ender,
It
folks.
is
It's
the
here
big
again.
year-ender.
Can't believe it's been a year.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy. What is our second big year-ender?
It's our second.
That's insane.
No.
No. It's our third Hall of Fame, so... Well, remember, our first time around wasn't a full year.
Odds how many Toppies we have out there. That's maybe our second Toppie award year, yes.
I don't
Must
know
be
what
our
to
third
say.
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yeah, because when we started right before WrestleMania that one year. And that's when we did Mania, and now we've combined Mania... you combine Hall of Fame with big year ender. So.
Right.
Yes, we change things up around here, guys. But
Hey,
anyway,
we're the bosses.
we
can
are
change
the
it.
bosses. Boss.
But we'll also do
not Sasha.
No, we'll also do who will probably be a former women's champion shortly. We will talk next week, of course. We'll talk about ringside news.
We will.
We'll also cover the rest of Roadblock if there's any more matches since Roman Reigns on there. You know, there's
Yes.
not any more.
We'll have Toppies on.
Have our
segment one.
Toppies. A lot of Toppies broke down each segment.
That's right.
We'll do the King of the Ring pay-per-view review.
Yes, depending on how long that is, we might have a few Toppies on there. Probably. Nope. That usually does take a little while.
That's going to be by itself, yeah.
King of the Ring takes a little while. So.
Same Talk's returning.
Sing talk. We're gonna sing talk it.
Yes.
Oh boy, those are always interesting.
Yes.
That's another reason we're on comedy.
And I thought we're going to come from Cobb County, Georgia.
Oh
So,
boy.
we're going to do this. We're going to do this story time. Chapter 9 will be up.
Do what now?
Story time. Chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
Yes.
Chapter 9. Plus greatest wrestler of all time. We take down 2 more. Go down to top 19.
We're going to do the PWI 500 top 10. Mr. AJ Styles.
Mr. AJ Styles. Terrible wrestling returns that should have been great. We're going to go over Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yep. We're going to do the shocking 2017 Royal Rumble returns that could happen.
Dun, dun, dun. Who could it be?
Who will be number 6?
And like we said, all of our Toppie awards throughout segment 1, 3, and 4.
That's it. We're going to do our Hall of Fame in part 4.
4?
Yep. What 5 wrestlers will go in to our Hall of Fame?
Now you do 5 and I do 5.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, what 10 then?
It'll be 10 total. So soon we will run out of people. We got lots of people to go over.
I know.
So we got many
Will
years.
this be the year you put Coco Beware in?
Oh, Lord. I'm not that desperate. But you got to give me a list for the Hall of Famers. I can't remember who we put all
I'll give you
in.
a list.
I can't.
That will not miss. Yes.
It will. It better not miss.
And then we're going to have, coming up shortly, episode 130, our Facebook Live
Yes, that's
special.
6 episodes away from right now. From this
Wow.
very episode. 6 away. Episode 130. Facebook Live.
That's coming. Ooh, we're going to be in February.
February.
If week to week goes right, we'll be in February when it goes.
That's right.
2017.
I do have vacation coming up in February, so I have to look at that.
Not to say.
I have to say.
But it will be in February. When
Going
we
to Gatlinburg.
So,
They didn't all burn down, so
that's a good, thank goodness.
it is good.
Well, as always, I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Kyle.
And join us next time where you may hear Justin Carter say,
I got nothing.
I got nothing. We'll see you next week. Thanks again for watching.